Chapter 3. Trent sat behind his desk going over a few papers but looked up when I walked in. His black hair was curled around his ears, and he had tattoos covering his whole body. They ranged from names and faces to tribal symbols and sigils from the different worlds he'd visited. Heck, he even had one of my face, but we'd both been drunk off Potomac Bomb when he'd gotten that. Potomac Bomb was 5 times more powerful than what we called moonshine back home, so the less said about that the better. He stood about 6 feet tall, was pale in the winter, tan in the summer, and had a scar running down the side of his face that I still didn't know the story behind. Trent was very muscular, but unless he took his shirt off, you couldn't really tell. He lived on a world called Shinnoo. No one here had powers, but they used portal openers to travel to alternate universes, and many from other worlds visited here for business or other matters. Trent actually did have a little something extra, given to him by a man from the world Salutin who Trent had helped relocate. See, that's one of the things Trent's company did, helped people get on their feet, finding them employment, housing, and that sort of thing. He also had business dealings with a few other worlds, and last I looked, his company had been thriving. He was one of my top contacts to hand my clients off to, but our relationship was a lot more than that. He smiled when he saw me, but it quickly faded when he took in the set of my jaw and the storm brewing in my eyes. Reaching out for my hand, he pulled me to his lap, letting out a long, exaggerated sigh.
Who do I have to kill now, Rekia? I was just going over this land deal for a piece of property on Sogan. Can't it wait until after that?
You're an asshole, I said, socking him in the arm, a small smile appearing on my lips as he knew it would. I have a missing client. Her house has been tossed, and no one has seen or heard from her in 3 days. I want to go to Mellon to see what I can sniff out. Trent shut down his computer and wrapped his arms tightly around my waist.
Selena!
My eyes rolled upwards because, of course, he knew my clients as well as I did. Pushing that thought aside, I bit my bottom lip, this next part a lot harder for me than it should be.
I'll help,
Trent said, saving me the trouble of asking because, man, it was so damn difficult to push those words past my lips sometimes. My shoulders sagged in relief, and I leaned over and gave him a quick kiss on the lips, loving the taste of coffee and garlic that I got from him. A look of faux irritation crossed his face.
A little less slob next time, please,
he said as he let me go and came to his feet. You know what? I said, my brows furrowing. Think I'll keep my kisses to myself from now on. Honestly, who doesn't love...
I have employees here, Rekia.
They're in another room.
Oh.
He pointed to the ceilings and walls.
Probably should have told you this a couple of years ago. I have cameras and mics set to activate whenever you walk in. They can see and hear everything we do.
I tilted my head to the side as I looked at him. Trent, come on now.
Sorry, Ray. Just wanted to see you smile one time.
He held out his hand and a long, thick black lasso flew into it, wrapping around his arm as if it had been made for just that purpose. The darn thing only answered to Trent, and if anyone else tried to touch it, it would first burn, then electrocute them, myself included.
Okay,
Trent said, his eyes going serious and hard.
Let's go get your client back.